Parent Entrepreneur Power, conversation number 202.
Parent Entrepreneur Power.
Wait, what? It's Mama Power!
This is the podcast for parents juggling the tough choices required for success in business while putting family first. Hi, I'm Mary Catherine Johnson, and I share the ups and downs and dirty truths of profits and potty training while chatting with successful parent entrepreneurs from all walks of life. Are you powered up? Hey there, Power Parents. Guess who? You know who I am, right? Mary Catherine Johnson. If you come here every week, and I have to apologize. I have a little bit of a scratchy voice, but hopefully that won't deter me from giving some amazing value to you, because I'm hoping that some of the lessons that I've had over this past year will benefit you as well as they've benefited me. And the way I'm going to do that, I'm going to be asking you some very important questions during this podcast episode, and hopefully helping you answer them for yourself and your business. Okay, you ready? Yeah, let's get to it. First question: who is in your inner circle that is smarter and more experienced than you are at what you do? Who picks up the phone when you call for advice and gives it freely and without the sugarcoat that many people want to give? Now, those two questions are the two things that I think have impacted my business the most over this past year of 2017. And I urge you to create an inner circle as you reflect on the previous 6 months or a year, and you look forward to the coming 6 months or a year and start planning for what you want to do. So you all know that this year has been somewhat of a whirlwind for me. Well, actually, I'd call it more of a rocket ship. I've used that term before. And in this time, in the year of 2017, basically from the end of February all the way through to December, I've had the pleasure of building some absolutely incredible, valuable relationships with people I truly admire. Now, most of us start our entrepreneurial journey as solopreneurs, right? We get a grand idea and convince ourselves that it's beyond grand. It's actually world-changing, and it absolutely might be. We dig in and get the work done and start building this idea into an actual money-making business. Then comes a time when, if we listen, we know we need help, and the business has grown well beyond our capacity. If you haven't had that happen yet, and your business is more than 2 years old, you are stifling yourself, my friend. Get out of your own way and start hiring people to take some of the tasks that do not directly have an ROI, right? You know what those are. We've talked about them before, and I know you've heard on many other podcasts and many other blog posts that you need to get help. So that's not what I'm going to talk about today. So I'm going to just leave you with that and say, now that that's out of the way, let's get back to the growth of your business, shall we? Okay, our solo adventure has taken on a few passengers if we actually bring in help, right? And it's growing, and sometimes steadily, sometimes in fits and spurts. Unfortunately, most of the time it's fits and spurts. But anyway, along the way, you might be feeling a bit isolated. I know I absolutely was. You might be a bit shy of the possibility of competition and ulterior motives. You might have actually become your worst enemy when it comes to business growth. Now, let me sit with this for a minute, because what I mean is there are probably many people trying to build a business in the same niche, with the same ideas that you are. And you might be feeling quite a bit, how should I say, fearful of sharing some of your ideas or connecting with others that are in your industry. And I'm going to really encourage you to take on the idea of abundance. Okay, I know that's been talked about a lot. It's a buzzword, abundance versus scarcity, all those kinds of things. But what I mean by that is just let go. Okay, I'm not saying let go of proprietary information. I'm not saying give away your most intimate secrets of your business that you think you have your unique selling proposition and all those things. I'm not saying that. I'm saying Talk to people. That's all I'm saying. Talk to people. Now, if I hadn't done that in my chosen profession now with messenger funnels, I would not absolutely be where I am with the people that have brought me here and are beside me on this journey. So basically what I'm saying is you, my friend, need an inner circle. You need either a formal or a casual board of directors, if you will. Okay? So, messenger funnels. I'm doing Facebook Messenger. It's brand new. Everybody's talking about it, at least in digital marketing, and in the online world. Everybody knows about it and is talking about it. It's just in the real world, it hasn't really caught flame yet. But with that, if I would have just stayed secretive and stayed in my own little corner and not talked about anything, I would not have had the success that I've enjoyed over the last, say, 8 months. All right. Through my journey this year with messenger funnels, I've developed just such a thing as an inner circle. I've been presented recently with an opportunity and have thought long and hard about whether or not I should say yes. To be honest, I still don't know if I will, but I know I've consulted with some of the most amazing people I have ever met to help me determine the viability, the feasibility, and the possibility that I have before me. My inner circle consists of a solopreneur, just like I used to be, a dear entrepreneurial friend, a CEO of a very successful company, and a chief partnership manager of another very successful company. This time last year, I would not have even thought to seek advice from other people, let alone have personal access to this caliber of entrepreneur. I'm still amazed that when I asked to chat, not one of them hesitated, even while they were on vacation. I am so humbled by that. If you're still going it solo and you feel that is where you need to be right now, I urge you to look long and hard in the mirror tonight before you go to bed. And just imagine something with me. Imagine you've washed your face and brushed your teeth and written in your nightly journal. Yeah, you do all those things every night, right? Yeah, me neither. Anyway, and you're reflecting on the previous year, the previous week, the previous month, whatever time frame you want to give it. Through your reflection, you realize that your business has tripled. Your team has quadrupled. Now, obviously, if it was 0 other than you, then 4 people is huge, right? And your personal draw or income from your business has doubled. You start to follow the thread of your life and the events back to the pivotal moment when the rocket boosters ignited and your business took off. You know the one message you received that was the one you were waiting for, and you knew you were in the perfect place to reply. So standing there, all clean and shiny, you're smiling. You are smiling because you have another message you've received loud and clear, but that was scary. This message is really scary and out of your comfort zone. Hell, it's out of your realm of knowledge, okay? And you feel utterly incompetent to even contemplate it. But you know deep down in your gut that this one excites you above all others, and you need to make an informed decision. You're smiling because you know exactly who you'll call to help you understand the ramifications and who will tell you bluntly what they think about this particular message. You know they will pick up the phone when you call, or they will return a private message when you send it, no matter the day or time of year. You've given value to these people willingly and unselfishly, and you know they have done and will continue to do the same for you. You are smiling because you can go to bed without the indecision of the last few nights. You can go to bed with relief and a genuine sense of excitement for the next phase of your entrepreneurship and your business. You, my friend, are smiling out of gratitude for the inner circle you know has your back, and you are not alone because of these incredible people who are smarter and more experienced than you. I am smiling that smile. I've taken a very long time to get to that smile because I come from a world of fear. You might know it and come from that same world too. I bet you do. Do the people around you say things like this? Like, Oh, that's a scam. Man, they're scamming you. You gotta run from that one. It's a scam, right? Or they're trying to rip you off. No way. Or that sounds too good to be true. It can't be true. You can't do that. Or that is never going to work. Or what about this one? You better watch out because you'll probably lose all that money and I'll have to bail you out again. Yeah, I've heard that one. Or they might say, I don't think that's such a good idea, dear. I really don't. Or here's a good one. You sure you know what you're doing? There's nothing like planting that seed of doubt, right? We've all had it. Now, all these people who are saying these things are basically stuck in their cozy little jobs that they think are secure and where their jobs really don't require them to go outside or think beyond what they have to do every day. In short, these people are probably not entrepreneurs, or at least not successful ones, right? Those are not the people to invite into your inner circle. As a matter of fact, those are the people you don't even want to discuss anything entrepreneurial with. Seriously. You just talk about the weather, or you talk about the kids, or you talk about all the other things, but don't talk about your business with those people, all right? Nor are those the people who think you can do no wrong, okay? So the people in your inner circle, you don't want them to think you can do no wrong, or you don't want the people who just agree with everything you say, right? I had to let go of my fear. I had to let go of always knowing what to do. And I was one of those that really had to know what to do. Even though at night I went to bed with all that indecision in my gut. I had to let go of my own ego and ask for help and guidance. And I picked my advisors very well. And I encourage you to do the same. So the way you do that is you find who around you connect with. And you know them, right? There are many, many people that I have connected with in Messenger or on Skype or via email or via their podcast or Twitter or anything like that, or their blog posts, whatever it might be. And I've connected with them and I've told them what I thought of their content and praised them for what they were doing and started a conversation. And many of them I've actually given free value to with my expertise. And I've just willingly said, which is my own fault, here you go. Here is what I do, and I've done this for you for free. And I'm not saying I will never give value again, but I will definitely not give things for free again because they are not valued. I might value them, but the other people don't. So I've connected with these people and I've gotten that response. And so those are like testing the waters. Those are like trying on shoes. Okay, when my kids were young and they were looking at friends and they were getting their hearts broken from friends that they thought were friends, but they really weren't. And I would basically say to them, you know what, love? Friends are like shoes. You got to try on a lot of shoes before you find one that fits, before you find a pair that really feels comfortable. Same thing with friends. All right? Same thing with your inner circle. So as you connect with people online, whether it's in your own industry or someone who's ahead of you that you admire and you've learned something from, and you reach out to them and you want to connect with them, not by asking them to do you a favor. We've talked about that before, right? You don't just immediately ask someone, hey, can you do me a favor? Can you do this for me? Can you come on my podcast? You know, I haven't really done anything for you. You don't even know me from anybody, but I really want you to come on my podcast because you could really bring some value to my audience, my, right? No, you don't do that. You provide value. You share what you think is valuable. You share their posts. You share their Facebook posts, their tweets, their blog posts, their podcast episodes, and you comment on them and you give true value on why you think this information should be paid attention to. And then you reach out and say, hey, I'd love to chat. I don't need anything from you. I would just love to see if there's anything I can do for you. Or I'd love to get to know you better, whatever that might be. And by their response, you know whether there's someone you can bring into your inner circle. Now, there will be things like, people who are way beyond me that I would never approach for that because they're a million times beyond where my business is. And they really can't provide a practical value to my business, because they're so far beyond and they probably don't even remember where I am in their business. So I'm not going to I might build relationships, but I won't ask that person into my inner circle. But I will for people who are ahead of me in my industry and people that I truly admire and that I've given value to and that have given me value. So look around, open your eyes, and start talking to people, genuinely providing value and asking nothing in return to start with. Don't give away your services for free. Don't give away your coaching for free, your courses for free. You might give access if someone wants to do a JV, launch with you or something like that. That's totally cool. But don't just give it free as a carrot you're dangling or a bribe to come into your world. Give true value by sharing what they do. All right? The superhero solopreneur world is a very lonely world. And I'm telling you now, my friends, power parents, it's time to get out of it. Did you ever wonder why Superman and Batman and Wonder Woman and Captain America and maybe the Hulk are always so lonely? Well, the Hulk might be lonely because of that anger thing, but there's more to it than that, right? There's more to the story. They go it alone. Nobody understands what they're going through. But you have people around you who do understand what you're going through. I understand what you're going through. Many people listening to this podcast and others understand what you're going through. We know what you need. We know where you've been. It's time to stop being a superhero solopreneur and start relying on the right people for help. If you don't have help in your business will never, ever grow. If you don't have help in your decisions will never take you to the next level. They will never take you beyond where you are now because they will never take you outside of your comfort zone. You can't get into your zone of genius without the help of those who see your genius. That is my wish for you in the coming months. Please find the people and surround yourself with people. Just a few. It doesn't have to be a huge number. Just a few people who see your genius and have their own and can share it with you. Here's to blasting off in your rocket ship with the people who know how to navigate and who've been to outer space before. It's time to truly enjoy the journey. To get powered up for your day, just go to parentepower.com and listen to the over 200 episodes we have so far with amazing entrepreneurs just like you. It might just help you feel like a grown-up again.